Hi, Out of Order James Kalita talking to you today about crowdsource funding and its benefits in raising money for Second Amendment activism and liberty-minded ideas. Tom Woods the other day did a podcast episode where he interviewed a jury nullification advocate and talked about how they used crowdsource funding to buy billboard space in Manhattan, in and around a courthouse. Now, a couple of things to note here. One, it was successful, and that's one of the great things about crowdsource funding. It provides an easy way for an individual acting on their own to raise money for a particular project. And at the same time, it provides validation and it provides input from the activist community. There's often tension within organizations about what the right projects are or how to properly allocate resources. Questions come up about how much money should be spent recruiting new members, how much money should be spent fundraising, should one activity be undertaken or another, should we buy billboards, should we buy radio ads, etc., etc., etc. Crowdsource funding allows each of these ideas to be tested, and it allows, in a way, a sort of vote without incurring the normal expenses that are associated with voting or collecting votes from a particular population. So, for instance, were someone to want to, say, buy radio advertising, they could develop the commercial, raise money to purchase the airtime. They could even, if they have a vaguer idea, raise money to have the ad written or produced. Same is true about billboard ads and educational seminars. If we want to have a free seminar, but funds are needed for either the instructor or the meeting place, a crowdsource funding site can be used to raise the money for this portion of the activity. Now, like a lot of other websites, many of the crowdsource sites discriminate against Second Amendment activists. They don't like guns, nothing mentioning about guns. They put us in the same category as vices. But we have a fortunate situation where a website called Twistrate, which has developed exclusively for fundraising, crowdsource fundraising in the Second Amendment gun rights community, we have this resource and we can employ this to diminish the amount of infighting. Because truly, how much a community likes an idea can really be measured by how much they're willing to spend to support it. And it's easy for someone to say, yes, I think that's a good idea, I think you should do that, or I think somebody else should do that. But crowdsource funding really measures a community's willingness and desire to support a particular cause, something for which I am personally very grateful. Hoping this will help some Second Amendment activists out there, some libertarians out there who are looking to start an activity but are hitting roadblocks when they appeal to organizations for support. This is Out of Order James Kalita reminding you, the state is too dangerous to tolerate, so don't.